In Chile's desert, racers wreak havoc on ancient art. Study of slap fighting reveals signs of brain injury in 78% of participants. Europe's space agency will destroy a brand new satellite in 2027, just to see what happens. In Chile's desert, racers wreak havoc on ancient art. Study of slap fighting reveals signs of brain injury in 78% of participants. Europe's space agency will destroy a brand new satellite in 2027, just to see what happens. Scammers promising romantic relationship with Brad Pitt con 2 women out of €325,000. Sweden says Iran was behind thousands of text messages to Swedes calling for revenge over 2023 Quran burnings. In the U.S., Secret Service uniformed officer accidentally shoots himself while on duty.
Chechen warlord Ramzan Kadyrov says Elon Musk remotely disabled his Tesla Cybertruck. With "That's not manly," Chechen warlord claims Elon Musk disabled his Tesla. Putin tells Russians to take work breaks and make babies, and reportedly, Russian offices monitoring childbirth of employees after Vladimir Putin's call. A North Korean trash balloon hits a Seoul government compound, again.
Police say a pair took an NYC subway train on a joyride and crashed it. They have arrested one teen. Starmer's free tickets for Arsenal and Taylor Swift part of job, says Minister. And Keir Starmer's £35,000 in free tickets puts football regulator plans under scrutiny. Trump says he's been too busy to read Melania's forthcoming memoir, in which she attacks the FBI, questions the Secret Service, and defends her nude modeling work. FDA approves first new class of schizophrenia treatment in more than 30 years. Long-term exercisers have healthier belly fat. Trump campaign says it backs universal IVF access, potentially opening the door for gay couples.
Lack of recognition for same-sex unions in Poland violates human rights, rules European Court. Russia and U.S. religious conservatives see common foe in Africa, the gay rights. Malaysian police rescue 187 more children as sex abuse probe of Islamic group deepens.
The Guardian reports that far higher pesticide residues allowed on food since Brexit. Half of NHS maternity units slammed by CQC as inadequate or requires improvement. Cambridge Research asks UK government to reduce pint size of drinks as per study, 2/3 measure could boost English health. Global Vaccine Alliance Gavi to buy 500,000 doses of Mpox vaccine. As Bavarian gets order for 500,000 pox shots for Africa, Rwanda begins vaccinations against monkeypox, amid a call for more doses for Africa. Scientists identify new blood group after a 50-year mystery.
Antarctica's doomsday glacier is set to retreat further and faster, scientists warn. Medieval DNA suggests Columbus didn't trigger syphilis epidemic in Europe. In the US, FTC sues 3 largest drug middlemen for allegedly inflating insulin prices.
Apple rolls back its big plans to release movies in theaters. Starlink hits 4 million subscribers. Amazon tops internal $1.8 billion upfront ad goal in first year of Prime Video push.
Parents will have to set aside some earnings for child influencers under new California laws. Songs by Adele, Bob Dylan, Green Day, many more blocked by YouTube in legal dispute. Amazon in talks with Brian Williams to host election night special. Churchill's Monet restored after many years of cigar smoke and goes on show in court-hauled blockbuster. Joaquin Phoenix sparks Hollywood outrage after dropping out of movie last minute. Producers discuss lawsuit. Recently, James McAvoy claims Joaquin Phoenix dropped out of Thriller Split 2 weeks before filming. Disney officially launches password sharing crackdown with page sharing program.
Russia's global chess ban upheld. Move hailed as a victory for Ukraine by FIDE. Vince McMahon slams Netflix doc Mr. McMahon as deceptive. A lot has been misrepresented to leave viewers intentionally confused. In Brazil, athletes involved in betting will lose government grants.
Broadway theaters to dim lights in memory of James Earl Jones. The Cure announced first new song in 16 years, Alone. Czech man arrested for deliberately smashing Ai Weiwei sculpture at Italy art show opening.
Previously unknown Mozart music unearthed in German library. Reportedly, online poker is full of bots, allegedly used by the poker rooms themselves. As Bloomberg reports, the Russian bot army conquered online poker. Netflix co-CEO Greg Peters says, The streamer wants Netflixify the NFL, never say never to other sports rights.
28 years later, Danny Boyle's new zombie flick was shot on an iPhone 15, The Passion of the Christ, sequel to begin filming in 2025, with Jim Caviezel returning as Jesus. YouTube plans major revamp of TV app after overtaking Netflix, streaming rivals.
United Airlines says Taylor Swift concerts drove 25% uptick in demand. Metallica extends M72 World Tour with 2025 North American dates with Pantera and Limp Bizkit. In South Africa, Parliament debates replacing TV license with household levy, as battling SABC seeks more state funding and household levy. MPs here.
Theatre owners plan to spend $2.2 billion to modernize and upgrade moviegoing experience. Hallmark unveils 47 holiday films as part of 15th annual countdown to Christmas. Jennifer Lee steps down as Disney Animation's chief creative to make Frozen sequels.
All planetary boundaries mapped out for the first time, 6 of 9 crossed. Discovery of 3,775 years old preserved log supports wood vaulting as a climate solution, as ancient buried log offers evidence of biomass vaults as cheap way to store climate warming carbon. Astronomers spot a possible future Earth, 8 billion years into its future. Dogs' brains sync with ours when we gaze into their eyes. Study finds mathematicians discover new universal class of shapes to explain complex biological forms. Photosynthetic light requirement near the theoretical minimum detected in Arctic microalgae.
Tablet use by young children is linked with more outbursts of anger and frustration. As children handed tablets early in life are angrier later on, research finds. Childhood ADHD and subthreshold symptoms are associated with cognitive functioning at age 40. Announced in a cohort study on perinatal birth risks, cryptocurrency trading causes lower quality of life and higher stress.
Higher burden of comorbidity linked to worse clinical outcomes in multiple sclerosis. Research identifies nearly 200 potential breast carcinogens in food packaging materials. New progenitor cell type discovered may aid in tissue repair and generation.
Octopuses recorded hunting with fish and punching those that don't cooperate. Blind cavefish grow bizarre taste buds on their face as they age. Observations confirm that early universe quasar neighborhoods are densely populated with companion galaxies.
Hundreds of mysterious Nazca glyphs have just been revealed. European immigrants introduced farming to prehistoric North Africa, new research shows. Enigmatic archaeological site in Madagascar may have been built by people with Zoroastrian origins, research suggests. Studies confirm potential indicators of life on other planets can be created in a lab. Microgravity decreases heart rate and arterial pressure in humans. Sources of water and hydroxyl are widespread on the Moon, new analysis of maps finds.
Quantum entanglement observed at Large Hadron Collider in historic breakthrough. Black hole blasts largest jet ever seen, at 23 million light-years long. As astronomers discover biggest ever seen black hole jets, which blast hot plasma well beyond their own host galaxy.
Food fussiness, a largely genetic trait from toddlerhood to adolescence, study suggests, and picky eating is largely genetic and peaks at the age of 7, scientists say. Vegans' intake of protein and essential amino acids is adequate, but ultra-processed products are also needed. In the US, FDA sampling finds milk in 6.2% of dairy-free chocolate products.
Powered by renewable energy, microbes turn CO2 into protein and vitamins. Your old school friend's genes could be impacting your health, study finds. Oceanic life found to be thriving thanks to Saharan dust blown from thousands of kilometers away. Scientists call for global action on microplastics, now found in more than 1,300 species. Research predicts rise in tropical hydraulic failure. Gmail rolling out Gemini-powered contextual smart replies. Google's Notebook LM can now transform YouTube videos into study guides. Google DeepMind opens up Alpha Chip, letting researchers train AI on custom chip designs.
AI startups generate money faster than past hype tech companies. AI startup Hugging Face reaches 1 million downloadable AI models. Palantir and Dell set to join S&P 500. Consultant fined $6 million for using AI to fake Biden's voice in robocalls. Mark Zuckerberg says creators and publishers overestimate the value of their work for training AI. Google reportedly spent $2.7 billion to rehire Character.ai founder.
London's historic Evening Standard newspaper plans to revive acerbic art critic Brian Sewell in AI form as it stops daily presses and fires journalists. Avatar director James Cameron joins Stability AI board of directors, says he wants to incorporate AI into VFX industry. Over 100 companies sign EU AI Pact pledges to drive trustworthy and safe AI development. Mark Zuckerberg says Europe needs more consistent AI regulation, and even his privacy nemesis agrees.
Meta unveils Orion AR glasses with cheaper Quest headset and AI upgrades. Google Photos rolling out video editor redesign with AI presets. AI-generated malware found in the wild. Researchers develop AI that can beat CAPTCHA tests 100% of the time.
Microsoft's new AI tool wants to find and fix AI-generated text that's factually wrong. As Microsoft claims its new tool can correct AI hallucinations, but experts advise caution. Weekly London Standard launches with AI of Keir Starmer front page. Hacker plants false memories in ChatGPT to steal user data in perpetuity.
Cloudflare launched a brand new easy button to block all AI bots. Apple Intelligence will take up an extra 4 gigabytes of iPhone storage. Snapchat taps Google's Gemini to power its chatbot's generative AI features.
Constellation CEO says U.S. should copy China to meet AI power use. AI will be more intelligent than humans in a few thousand days, says OpenAI CEO. India to get first national security semiconductor fabrication plant as part of collaboration with U.S.
In the U.S., cops use AI-generated 14-year-old girl to lure sex criminals. Runway and Lionsgate are partnering to explore the use of AI in film production. OpenAI threatening to ban users for asking Strawberry about its reasoning.
3 Mile Island's nuclear plant to reopen, help power Microsoft's AI centers. UAE's AI firm G42 and Nvidia to team up on climate tech. OpenAI to decide which backers to let into $6.5 billion funding.
OpenAI expands O1 AI models to enterprise and education, competing directly with Anthropic. Amazon Ads launches a new AI video generator. China's Alibaba launches over 100 new open-source AI models. Releases text-to-video generation tool.
Valve's new multiplayer game Deadlock lets you turn cheaters into a frog. You can finally play as Princess Zelda in the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom game. Nintendo to go in different direction to current AI trends, says Miyamoto.
Google restricts creation of new accounts in Russia, news agencies report. Irish Data Protection Commission fines Meta, Ireland, €91 million as it stored certain passwords of social media users in plain text. Trump calls for prosecution of Google over search results, he says favor Harris.
It has been commented as AI spatial computing to be the main selling point for new M5-powered Vision Pro. New Apple suppliers like Huawei and Focus. China, South Korea, Taiwan to spend most on chip equipment 2025 through 2027, industry body says.
Discord opens activities, in-app games and features, to all developers, and Discord reportedly reduced web traffic by adopting standard and passive sessions v2. Tor project and Tails OS have merged. Millions of Kia vehicles were vulnerable to remote attacks with just a license plate number.
Google complains to EU over Microsoft Cloud practices. OpenAI training data to be inspected in authors' copyright cases. Blackstone confirms $13 billion investment in Britain for AI data center.
Winamp releases source code, asks for help modernizing the player. Mozilla accused of tracking users in Firefox without consent. Meta's Llama 3.2 launches with vision to rival OpenAI, Anthropic.
Mark Zuckerberg says there's no causal connection between social media and teen mental health. X releases its first transparency report since Elon Musk's takeover, and reportedly, Musk decries government censorship. His ex has been more compliant. Study claims, bigger AI chatbots more inclined to spew nonsense. Rockstar Games said heavily by players protesting new anti-cheat code. Sonic Central Stream announced offering sneak peek of Sonic in 2025. Valve reportedly working on ARM64 Proton compatibility layer for Linux gaming.
Google TV and Android TV OS see dramatic growth to 270 million devices, up 80% since 2023. Logitech has created a Stream Deck for Photoshop and Premiere Pro, as Logitech MX Creative Console is an Adobe-centric look deck successor. Windows 11 is getting handoff feature that lets you resume work from phones to PCs, even from iPhones. Scientists reveal the type of virtual backgrounds associated with Zoom fatigue. TikTok expands subscription feature to include non-live creators. Huawei announces 10,000 apps support Harmony OS next, after blocking Android apps. Discord announces its own audio and video end-to-end encryption, DAVE protocol. In Germany, coalition government wants random identity checks and searches almost everywhere. Japanese company develops glass antenna that turns windows into 5G base stations.
New PondRAT malware, hidden in Python packages target software developers. Chinese hackers exploit geo-server flaw to target APAC nations with Eagle Door malware. Critical flaw in microchip ASF exposes IoT devices to remote code execution risk.
Apple's former design maestro Johnny Ive confirms he's joined forces with OpenAI's Sam Altman for a new AI hardware project. X is reportedly now complying with orders from Brazil's Supreme Court. Chip giants TSMC and Samsung discuss building Middle Eastern megafactories.
UK risks falling behind in AI race if it does not invest in more data centers, says Google. Reuters reports that US to propose ban on Chinese software, hardware in connected vehicles. Hyundai Electric Vehicles to add North American charging standard.
Perplexity partners with Nike, Marriott on AI ads to challenge Google. Axios reports that half of U.S. states seek to crack down on AI in elections. Governor Newsom signs landmark bill to protect kids from social media addiction. Bans companies from sending notifications to users identified as minors between midnight and 6 a.m. or during the school day, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. unless parents give the okay. Mark Zuckerberg calls Meta the opposite of Apple and questions its product strategy. YouTube confirms it'll show ads when you pause videos. Apple poised to introduce self-developed 5G modem in iPhones by 2025, as iPad to debut Apple's new Wi-Fi chip in 2025, with iPhone SE launching 5G modem.
iOS 18.1 to enable RCS for iPhone users in China. Disney to stop using Slack, following hack that exposed company data. Tor says it's still safe amid reports of police de-anonymizing users. 2 weeks ago it has been reported as German police raid Tor linked group, in bid to uncover Tor network users. macOS Sequoia update breaks networking for VPN, antivirus software. Microsoft releases a new Windows app called Windows App, for running Windows apps. Real-time Linux is officially part of the kernel, after decades of debate. Amazon launches AI selling assistant Project Amelia to boost seller growth. Kabam to shut down Disney Mirrorverse, after making $34 million in mobile revenue. Palworld maker vows to fight Nintendo lawsuit on behalf of fans and indie developers. 1 day ago, Nintendo sues Pokémon with Guns video game firm. Sabrina Carpenter announces Netflix holiday special.
Massive China state IoT botnet. Raptor train went undetected for 4 years, and Chinese spies built massive botnet of IoT devices to target U.S., Taiwan military. In the U.S., Justice Department disrupts vast Chinese hacking operation, Flax Typhoon, that infected consumer devices. Microsoft warns of new Inc. ransomware targeting U.S. healthcare sector.
NASA's Hidden Figures awarded Congressional Gold Medal for groundbreaking work. Space Perspective completes major uncrewed test flight of Neptune 2 years ago. Space Perspective unveils balloon-like spaceship for outer space tourism. Microsoft's struggling military AR headset gets boost from Oculus founder's latest venture. As Enduro collaborates with Microsoft to bring Lattice to the U.S. Army's IVAS program.
Zack Snyder reveals first look at Netflix's Rebel Moon video game, Bloodline. Flappy Bird's original creator says he has nothing to do with the new game, as Flappy Bird is back, relaunched on Telegram. Amazon joins Motion Picture Association, as entertainment and tech converge.
Wall Street Journal reports that Qualcomm approached Intel about a takeover in recent days. Apple's A16 chips now being manufactured in Arizona TSMC plant. Google Password Manager lets you store and sync your passkeys across Windows, macOS, Linux, and Android. Older Windows PCs can no longer play some DRM-protected content.
Skywatcher and satellite tracker photographs U.S. Air Force's secret space plane in orbit. Second-generation Starlink satellites leak 30 times more radio interference, threatening astronomical observations, as Musk satellites are making it harder to study black holes. Comet of the century to light up the sky in October 2024. Hackers exploit default credentials in foundation software to breach construction firms. New Brazilian-linked Samba spy malware targets Italian users via phishing emails. Team TNT hackers attacking VPS servers running CentOS.
Reuters reports that Google offered to sell part of ad tech business, not enough for EU publishers. YouTube supercharges shorts with DeepMind's VO AI, with custom backgrounds, easy 6-second clips. Tumblr reports 350% user growth, following excess ban in Brazil.
Snapchat reserves right to put AI-generated images of users' faces in My Selfie ads. The United Nations wants to treat AI with the same urgency as climate change. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff says he uses ChatGPT as a therapist.
Twitch introduces new depreciating strike program, and Twitch unveils brand-customized Fortnite game World the Glitch, ahead of TwitchCon. Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos calls on competitors to release viewership numbers. Disney star seeks $940 million in damages from Z for not meeting ICC broadcasting rights payment deadlines.
Paul Smith launches new art exhibition space in Albemarle Street. At box office, Megalopolis bombs with D+ cinema score. Wild Robot soaring to #1. Former Kia NBA